Good morning, afternoon or evening. Today I've got a video covering a 2v2v2v2v2 replay of a War Selection game from my stream, which was last weekend on Saturday. I might be streaming this weekend on Saturday, so if I am I'll try and announce it before, but stick around for that if you want. You can see here that I'll switch on the team colours so you can see a little bit better whose team everyone's on. Oh, okay, it doesn't show up, sorry. Well, I'm here in the middle, or kind of in the middle here, with Platypus as my teammate over here. You can see Platypus and Cheesewheel Lord. Our game plan was to rush Wonder. We were just playing casually, knowing that we'd get stream sniped. And you've got over here Dark Knight and Duxa. In the corner over here you've got Kaiser Krone and Monkey, I think, they're together. Yep. And then you've got in the middle here Fiasca. I don't know who Fiasca's team is, which is over here. So they're really far apart and split up. Over here you got Jesus and Marl, or however you say that name, Axel and Hank Schrader. So you've got quite a few people. A really interesting map because one teammate spawns in the middle and everyone else spawns on the outskirts, except from in the corner over here. It's a bit messed up, but other than that it's a pretty interesting map. Everyone's got access to the water, lots of fishing to be done, and you can see that I start moving, I think, one worker back here. Yeah, I send 2 workers back to build a temple. I already sent one, but he died over here to a tiger because that's what tigers do. It's on half animals, of course. No peacetime or anything, but we knew we were quite far from everyone, and you can see everyone's moving back. You can see the yellow scout scouting over here. And we're going to move back and we're going to build a wall and rush Wonder. That's our idea for this game, although it does not go to plan. You can see some spam of the fireworks. Really nice decoration, actually. So we got scouted by Jesus. I'm not going up in the ages yet because I'm still moving my workers across. Or I'm about to start moving my workers across. I'm going to move all my economy over here, which is not something I recommend, but if you want to have fun, sometimes it works. You can see I start going Asia, which I don't do very often. I'm hoping to go Turkey. My teammate was also going to go Turkey, but then because of the water, I think he's going to go Japan. And you can see we're building a layered defensive base. You've got house walls and house walls. We're going to have an actual wall. We've got plans set up. You can see Duxa and Dark Knight have moved in together back there. Some people decided to stay in the middle, but I think, yeah, just me and Dark Knight over here have decided to move back. But everyone's got a really nice defensive position, loads of trees, cliffs, water. Lots of potential. Also building a warehouse here to use all these fish. A lot of fish here. Didn't see them in the Stone Age, but gonna make the most of them now. Recently found out that fish for the Stone Age are actually better than meat, as far as I know. See some iron being collected as well, fighting with the workers. Not much combat yet, so I'll skip to that. Alright, so the first set of combat is Fiasca against Monkey. You can see here, it's grey over here, this is his base, attacking purple. This is probably, coordinated with his ally down here in yellow, who's going to attack from underneath. So he drew his heavy spearman out, and the archers will now go in. You can probably get in through here, unless you can't get over this cliff, but if you got into this wood line, that would be brilliant. Unfortunately, the archers get stuck there for a second, and the Asian archers actually do quite well there. You can see in our base, the wall is being built by Platypus. Of course, there's a boar killing his workers. But unfortunately, the attack over here didn't quite work out. Although Purple, who's Monkey, if I go into his economy, he's probably spent a lot of his resources getting heavy spearmen, because he's just had to rebuild his entire army, and he's still not going up to medieval. I don't think anyone is at the moment. As far as okay, some people are going medieval. You can see Duxa is going for legionaries and medieval. He's not producing legions anymore, but again, quite an expensive investment there. Go back to my viewpoint. I'm really rich with resources, and I'm going up to Western Asia. I've been reassured by my teammate that he'll protect us, and he'll get the wall down. And for now, all quiet on the map. Except from these annoying geese, because I was sharing my food with Platypus. He had to kill the geese, the domestic fowl, so that he could use them, but it came up as we are under attack whenever he attacked my geese, my domestic fowl. Unfortunately over here, we've got Duxa and Dark Knight attacking, because Platypus didn't get his wall finished, and we didn't quite have any units, and Bronze Age Asia doesn't do too well against legionaries, as many people do know, I believe. And the legionaries are basically free to walk about, as we've only got 4 barracks. That's the extent of our defences. The wall is still being finished, slowly. Another attack down here from Yellow into Purple's base. Purple's gone Eastern Europe. And our base is being torn to pieces. I really like the new textures for destroyed buildings. Just something interesting to point out. But I'm starting to upgrade my towers, and Platypus is starting to die. You can see he's got a lot of legions attacking his town hall, and he spares him out of good sportsmanship. He spares him. Legions currently, he deletes them as well, but legions currently, I was going to check the stats, are basically unstoppable for East and Asia and Europe in the Bronze and Iron Ages, and they got a recent price reduction as well, making them even stronger, although they're still quite expensive. So you can see now Kaiser Kron from up here has sent his East Asia archers down, with the pikemen from Purple, archers and springolds probably not going to do too well against this. You can see the archers just dodge the springolds mostly, and they quite easily take them out, but the springolds do finish off the archers for quite a cost, because the archers only cost food. If you look over here, you can see, I can't actually show you how much they cost, I think it's 100 food. Unfortunately, at the same time, you've got Flaska being attacked by Ronin from Pink down here. At the same time, with elephants from Axel, who's also down here. He's going IR now. I'm still recovering from fighting, having to build up defences again. The wall is finished, although it's still Bronze Age, so not that good really. Bit late with the elephants and so on. They'll be able to break through the wall quite easily. You can see the archers come back now to try and defend against the elephants, and the attack is called off on Purple. But unfortunately for Flaska, if I look at his viewpoint, you can see that his economy is completely stagnant. He's not making any food, wood, only a little bit of iron. And you can see that there's going to be more elephants coming in, more Ronin, horse archers, etc. And his base is going to be slowly taken apart. Towers are also being built, and there's just not much you can do. His teammate's sending militiamen and everything else he can, but he has to quit there, giving his resources to his teammate, who is doing quite well on resources and is going to industrial Russia. If we go back to my viewpoint, I'm still in the early age, still trying to produce workers because I lost so many in the Legionaries attack. Platypus is also still building workers. If we look at Platypus's base, he also can't age up because he's not got workers. Those Legionaries, although they were were deleted before they killed us, still crippled us so much that we're still in the early medieval age and everyone else is either IR or on their way. Not much other combat is going on at the moment, just cleaning up people's bases. You can see the Ronin are scouting, trying to get in here. You got the mounted samurai, which unfortunately cost quite a lot of iron, and running them into fight towers like this is not a very good use. You can see they don't really get much value. They kill a few workers, but it probably wasn't worth all that food, wood and iron cost. You can see now that Platypus is going into medieval, I'm going into late medieval. We're expanding our economy, we're moving further and further away from resources. And the elephant swarms get to the bottom right yellow player, who only just hit industrial. If you get these machine gun towers up, he should be able to defend against this. If you can just build a few machine gun towers around his houses maybe. But you can see that the elephant archers don't do too much damage, but over time they kill off the machine gun tower, and the rest of his base is very much undefended. Spamming the militiamen is only going to stop them for a little bit. At the same time, we're being attacked from the coast now. Just as we hit late medieval, start going up to industrial, I'm starting to build a melting house, yep, over here, a melting house, and upgrade my towers into balloon towers and cannon towers. Unfortunately, my teammate didn't have any workers nearby and was a bit slow to react to send them, and unfortunately he got killed. This leaves me with a partially upgraded wall, 1,000,000 Bronze Age towers at 36 minutes into the game, a strong economy, but being sieged down. While that was going on down here, yellow is taken out, and now this team over here, Turkey and China, have control over this portion of the map. You can see Jesus and Marl are still doing quite well alone there. This is still Duxa attacking us. Now he's breaking a wall. He's now broken in, and he's going to send a lot of archers, but I've got my own army of Sarbaz and cannon towers, which is slowly trying to deal with the ships and the archers. He runs in quite a bit there. He loses some of his archers to my archers, but I got a very good economy, so I just spam out a load more. I'm also Turkey now. I intend to get some artillery towers up, but unfortunately I can't. And luckily, Platypus has a rocket cannon here, which helps by killing some of the archers. Not much else is going on around the map, just this sea combat right now. Destroyed my fishing economy, that's why my food economy is stale a bit there. I had to build a new poultry yard because this one was too exposed. Trying to use my arquebusiers, sorry, the bashibuzuks to shoot at the ships and keep them away from my coast so I can get snipers up. So I've got one sniper here, another sniper, one or two snipers is enough to kill off the bombardiers. I'm trying to out-repair the barracks, but it's just too much cost. Unable to do it. I'm starting to upgrade to artillery towers so I can defend myself from the coast much more efficiently. I've set some archers up here. I've got some artillery towers being built here as well. Just trying to expand my coastal defences so these bombardiers can't hit my buildings, my town hall, vision tower. Because right now, this is what I can see. This ring around my base. Roughly about this, because at the moment I don't have the vision upgrade. You can see when I switch the Fog of War on, the textures don't get removed, but that's a bit of a bug. And you can see now that the artillery towers are efficiently dealing with the bombardiers, and luckily the battleships that just came out are redundant now because the artillery towers have gotten ready. So now my enemies are Germany and Hungary, and Hungary Duxa is going up to IR2 already. He's got a small army for defending. and these ships now just take population. You can't do too much with them because my artillery towers are doing all the damage. I've got my Bashibuzuks and a sniper set up here just so that they don't push any closer to the coastline while I try set up my economy. I do think I build a yeah, there's the university. I don't get the upgrade though, a bit silly of me. And I'm trying to produce workers quite slowly. You can see here in the middle of the map, Jesus is going up against Hank Schrader, and he's fighting mounted guardsmen as medieval Europe. Only just hit France, getting his factory, his arsenal and university up. Some support from his teammate, legions, soldiers from the Russian Empire, and pikemen. But now with the cannons, light cannons, mounted guardsmen, soldiers, and military balloons, snipers, anything else coming in, probably militiamen soon, this medieval European base will not be able to hold out. You can see that now pushing in really quite far with the artillery. Bombers are coming in, but the military balloons shoot them down before they can even drop their first bombs, unfortunately. And now the town hall is falling. The team down here is forming a very strong defensive position, as am I. I'm trying to get my economy up so that I can get wonder and maybe push out, or just defend this Turkey by myself in the corner, using what's left of the wall, which has been breached in, I think, 2 places now. Just one place at the moment. The Bronze Age towers are unsurprisingly getting destroyed now. You can also see that Monkey is attacking Dux's and what's this player? A Dark Knight's base, meaning that their attack on me is being pushed back now. They've pulled back to defend themselves. You can see they've got the armoured cars, the Xavas, and they easily deal with the enemies. And now everything that went through the French player's base cleaned out the French player's base and is now going straight into my base, with what's left of my defences to hold. All I've got here is a few machine gun towers, some artillery towers, and barracks and shooting ranges. So another breach is made in the wall, and the Chinese militiamen swarm in. Unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do against the militiamen, but they do focus my tower, which is a bit silly of them. They waste a lot of time doing that, and fighting my dead teammates' buildings and towers, workers. The artillery here unfortunately gets killed off, and there's a few armoured cars and stuff, but fortunately I was able to mostly defend against this. The military balloons are still coming in, and the artillery by itself having to fight machine gun towers and the unknown amount of bombers there. Duxer comes in, saves me, and then leaves. Refuses to elaborate. He leaves some tanks in here, all his Nimrods, just to make sure I don't stand up and fight back. I think the thinking here is to keep me alive as a meat shield, because I'm also trying to go wonder, although I'm only IR1 at the moment, with 0 economy. At this point I've got just under 60 workers, which is really not enough for IR1 Turkey, let alone trying to get to IR2. The Russia player down here is also trying to build up some defences, the heavy anti-air guns to get rid of the machine gun balloons, some artillery, tanks and soldiers. You can see the Xavas going in now, the anti-tank version, with 100 damage, which is pretty insane. Some troops massing over here, the T-34s, howitzers and soldiers. And the Russia player down here is just unable to stop the Xavas breaking into his base. All he's really got to deal with that is the howitzers and the soldiers with grenades, but it's just not enough. The Xavas and Nimrods are just too powerful. But now you can see that Russia's attacking Dux's base. He's only got a few big berthas here. Losing mines, losing houses. He's being cornered. The new Fugos coming in, or the new Fugo skins at least. You can see they've got new textures. They're going in, getting rid of houses and other targets. I'm assuming they'll go for this balloon tower. Now Dux is alone. He's being bombed by bombers, and the first wonder is up. Usually this means everyone unites and focuses the wonder player, but that just did not happen this game. Dux here, dropping to about 300 health before his tanks get here, and only just surviving. Like, you couldn't get any closer than that, really. He's got an amazing economy, though. So all he has to do is his factories. There's his factories. Oh no, that's not his factories. I think maybe his factories got destroyed, but get up an economy, get back up his military, sorry. There's the factories back up, and he's going to start building that. Get up his army again. I'm going IR2, a tad bit late. Some fireworks going off, and my blueprint for defense. I've got maybe 7 or 8 workers just walking around building machine gun towers, AA guns, artillery. But realistically, what I should have been doing is setting up just machine gun towers and like 4 or 5 artillery towers, and then getting factories to push. Because we really need to attack this player. He's slowly building up his artillery towers and defences. And another attack is coming in on Duxa, who at the moment only has a few tanks to defend himself against T-34s and howitzers, but they get intercepted here they're now fighting both these teams, purple, blue, and pink and yellow, are trying to attack Duxa, and their armies met in the middle here. A choke point battle between tanks, artillery, mortars, and the Wonder players win this one. The T-34s just weren't able to push through the T-17s and get to the artillery. You can see they're pushing with artillery towers, splitting the map into 2 now, trying to stop any potential cooperation we might have to get rid of the Wonder. The Japan player here also has the Wonder now, and even a Yamato in the lake here, which will be used now. He's got battleships and Yamato with some artillery, which is going to be fighting off the artillery very efficiently. And the military balloons can't get any closer, or the AA on... You can see now the AA is starting to fire, and it's very good. Unfortunately, the Yamato is destroyed mostly by Chinese soldiers. You can see there several dozen soldiers charged in and use their explosive attack to get rid of the Yamato. A very good play by the China player. For me, I'm still trying to get a working economy up, building up my defences further, and trying to beeline down here. So on my stream, if you watch my stream, I'll link it in the description. If you watch my stream, you can see that I'm building Zambaraks, and always trying to not say anything and look away. So I build it and then look away. I'm trying to tower push through this dead Russia player's base, trying to get to the Wonder player, and I didn't know at this point that there was water here. And you'll see why that's important in a bit. You can see a huge amount of Nimrods and yeah, just the Nimrods I think here, and the Fukusabas being repaired by engineers, just the one engineer really. Be good to get a few more out. Duxa is probably just preparing to attack. You can see at this point I'm trying to sneak around, but the enemies have their own towers defending their outposts. And another huge fight here between Japan, Russia, Turkey and China. You can see the T-34s with the Japanese, well, just the generic heavy tanks, are actually pushing the China player really far back. If we had been coordinated, Duxa would have been able to use his Nimrods to sneak through here on the left side of the base and break through here, and he'd be able to reach the town hall, while the enemy team puts on pressure here to keep the China player very busy. Unfortunately, there was not a lot of cooperation this game. With me also, I was building Zambaraks, but I wasn't pushing, as I didn't know they were pushing. So all three of us attacked at different times, letting the enemies defend quite efficiently here. You can see the T-34s get destroyed by the artillery, and the heavy tanks and Japanese units are forced to retreat. You can see now that there's almost just under 8 minutes left, and I'm not even started building my dock. My plan at the moment is to get some Zambaraks, land them right next to the Wonder and destroy them. At this point I didn't know how defended this place is. You can see Duxa is coming in with his Nimrods somewhere. Oh no, his Nimrods went and destroyed the Japan player. Although, I think with 6 minutes left, he should really be going for the Wonder player. Again, you can see the lack of coordination between us. While it is a free-for-all, no one wants to have to lose to a Wonder, so normally what happens is everyone teams up on the Wonder player, but it didn't happen this game. You can see I do a bit of a diversion. My snipers and light cannons go in just to see what they've got, and I find out that a lot of it is just on the outer layer where they're building new tank traps and not a lot here. And 3 minutes and I'm still waiting for my first steamboat. Duxa lost his entire tank force here, destroying this player who had a lot in his base. And now Duxa decides to attack with 10, maybe 10 half-health tanks. He does find a way in, and he does get... Actually, it's quite undefended here, but... yeah, you can see he makes a desperate rush for the town hall and doesn't quite make it. You can see here my Zambaraks also pushing in. I'm going to try... My plan here now is my steamboat is going to land right next to the town hall, and the artillery towers are all firing on these Zambaraks. So you can see I'm running around dodging the attacks, and the artillery towers are firing at them, but I didn't time it very well. You can see that he doesn't have a vision tower, so if I look at his viewpoint, he can't actually see the steamboat because he doesn't have a vision tower anywhere, and all of his artillery is firing over here. But that didn't last very long, and unfortunately, the last second, we all lose. Maybe if I set off a minute earlier, if I'd planned that a little bit better, or we had coordinated a little bit better, all attacked with tanks, I could maybe have sniped him. It would have been very close because of the machine gun towers, but a very interesting match and great fun on my stream. This was with viewers, so if I'm ever streaming, which isn't too often now, but if I ever am streaming, you can stop by and join. But that's the end of this video, so thank you everyone for watching, enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.